Evening. Good evening. So I'm just going to wait for people to join the stream. Good evening and welcome to another live stream. Let me see. It's like I've not even sat. I've not sat like this today. So good evening and welcome to another live stream for today. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you guys, all of you that have been joining my live streams. Thank you so much. Actually, don't take it for granted. I appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you so much. So guys, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to cut and sew a puff sleeve. So I had to I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I had to like screenshot. So please, if you join the stream, if you can hear me, please let me know. Okay, please just let me know that you can hear me. Okay, so I can start immediately. So I'm just trying to pull out a picture of the sleeve that we're going to be doing. So this is actually what we're going to be doing. This is the sleeve. So I actually snapped it from my phone. Yeah, so this is what we're going to learn how to do today. It is actually a simple process. It's a puff sleeve. So this kind of sleeve, you can use it as an off-shoulder sleeve. You can use it as a detachable sleeve. So please, if you can hear me, let me know, okay, on the comment section. Let me know that you can hear me so I can start immediately. It was so refreshing, I beg. Like I needed that kind of sit down, I beg. I've been so busy today. So please, if you can hear me, please let me know, okay? I just need somebody to confirm. Please, somebody should confirm on the comment section that you can hear me. Okay. Oluwaseyi, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, Oluwaseyi, thanks for confirming. So guys, so let's go straight into our tutorial for today. So I'm just looking for like the best way. Sweet lady, wow, that's beautiful. You're welcome. That's good. I like when people give themselves, when people choose fine names for themselves. Yes, because in the Bible the God that I serve, in our Bible says, you shall have what you say. You're welcome. Patricia, okay, so let's continue. God, I don't know my hand. It's like I had a cut here. The thing is, I thought it would go. I need to start using spirit to clean it. So guys, so let's get started. So you can see I've showed you guys the picture of what we will be doing today. It's like an off-shoulder detachable sleeve. So Helen, thank you so much. Good evening. Patricia, you're watching from Zambia. Thank you so much. Promise, Christopher, good evening. Let me know guys where you guys are watching me from. So let's get started straight into our tutorial today. So I hope you guys can see my table nice and good. So the first thing we are going to do when you are making this kind of off-shoulder, this kind of puff sleeve, if you notice, you will see that the sleeve it is big. How do you get those pleats? Do you understand? How do you get the sleeve to, promise you're watching from Port Harcourt, how do you get the sleeve to stand high up like that? Okay, so what you will do is just for you to add extra inches. So I'm trying to get an extra piece of paper. It's like this thing is not here. What do you call it? My sellotape. Last time I checked, it's like I kept it somewhere. But it's not here. So I actually took it to my kitchen. Okay, I left it here. Okay. Let me pin it. Yes. Just remember, I can pin it now. So you can see I'm adding extra pattern paper to my pattern paper, because when you want to make this kind of sleeve, you need like an extra on that arc of your sleeve. Okay, so you need extra. So we'll measure, but let me just nice. So let me just pin it first. So this is extra, okay, this is like extra 6 inches. Okay, so this is where our sleeve is going to start from normally, which is like our normal start up line. Okay, can you see? So this is like our normal start up line. So when you want to make this kind of sleeve, so let's see. Chineye, welcome, good evening. Okay, Ibrahim, you're watching from Abuja, good. Okay, thank you so much, good evening. Progress South Africa, good evening, Chineye. So when you want to cut this kind of sleeve, how you determine the puff, that's those puff, that's this top part, how high it is, it determines how many extra inches you are adding to your pattern, you understand? So for this now, you proceed so that I pinned 6. Okay, let's just do. So normally when you want to make this kind of sleeve, what you will do, you determine how wide your armhole is, that's your armhole, and then you are going to add extra inches that you are going to like pleat up. Okay, so for this now, let's see. So let's say our armhole is 9. So for this, I'm just going to use like extra 2, which is like 11. So when you pleat those 2, it's going to stand. So what I'm going to do from this point, this is our startup. So from this point, I'm going to come down by like 4 inches. Okay, so once I come down by 4 inches from this point, it's a simple process. From this point, if you have been following me, you will know. So cutting a sleeve is not like a rocket science. So you can see I'm placing my pattern curve. If you don't have a pattern curve, you can use your hand. So once I get it up to this point, I am going to use this now. Just like blend this into this point like this. So after blending, so I would just check how many inches do I have now. Okay, you can see I have like extra 3 inches. So now, but because I want my sleeve, so this is my normal sleeve arc. But because I want my sleeve to be, my puff to be full up here, what I'm going to do, this arc, I'm like going to like increase it up. Okay, so in doing that, here's what I'm going to do. So you are going to determine how many inches are you adding extra. So you can see mine, I have like 6 inches. So here's what I'm going to do. So that 6 inches, so I'm just like using a free hand, which I am going to like blend in. So what you will do, you come to the center of your sleeve, that's this part like this, you understand? You just check the center, choose the center. So once you choose the center, you are now going to create like another arc on top. So this extra arc that I'm creating on top now is once I pleat it, and then I'll blend it. So now what I'll do now, I'll blend that into my pattern. So I hope you guys are getting me. So I'll blend that into my pattern. So now this is going to be my new armhole. Can you see how high it is? So definitely because it is high, I am going to, so let me measure now. At this point now, let me measure. Can you see? I have almost like 18 inches, which is okay. So I have 18 inches. The next thing, I'm going to determine how wide the down part is going to be. So for the down part, for this you will determine, it depends on what you want. If you notice, it is not a fitted sleeve. So for this you can just like 8 plus 8, which is 16. That's okay. You can use 9 inches, which is 9 plus 9. So it depends on how long it is, how full it is. That is what, that's the more you go, the more full it will become. So for this, let's use 9 inches. So I'll just mark 9 inches at the down part of my sleeve. So when it comes to the length, so this is what I'm going to use to determine my length from here, like this. So I have about 14 inches, which is okay. And then I'm going to mark it like that. I'm going to mark my 14 inches. That's the length of my 14 inches. And then I'm using 9 inches. So I'll mark my 9 inches like this. So after marking my 9 inches, so from this point, I am just going to do this. That's just like rule a line here, like this, okay? So now what I'm going to do now, we want to cut this off now. So this same sleeve that I'm doing, you can actually do it with a free hand. Yes, you can do it with a free hand. So at the end of the day, can you see how my pattern is looking? You can see how my pattern is looking, okay? It is not a normal pattern. So the next thing, that we're going to cut this on our fabric. So we're going to see. So I'm going to place this like this, and then I am going to cut my sleeve. So you note that I'm still going to put a band on this sleeve. So I'll add a band to it. So let me just. So if you have any questions, you can ask your questions, please. So you can ask your questions if you have any questions, okay? So add your allowance while you are cutting. So at the end of the day, this sleeve I'm going to pleat it. So once I finish pleating, I'll pleat it to the size of my armhole. Okay, can you see? So you can see. So what I'm going to do now, at this point, I'm going to notch this part like this, okay? So I'll put a notch. So when you pleat, you are going to measure. You pleat, you will measure. So I'll just put a notch at that point like that. So once I put a notch, the next thing, I am going to cut my, okay, Helen, it is called an off shoulder. It's a puff sleeve. It's a high puff sleeve. So the next thing I'm going to cut is my band. So when it comes to the band, you will determine how wide you actually want your own band to be. That's the band, the wrist band. So that one is for you to determine. So for this, let's see. So let's use like a 3 inches band. Band. Let's use like a 3 inches band for this. So that bow that was created here, creating a bow is a small thing. I'm not sure there's anybody here that does not know how to create a bow, but I'll still show you guys. I might not. I'll show you guys how to do that. So this is my wristband. I'm just cutting it. So I wanted to use 3 inches, so I'll cut it. Let it be like 3.5 inches, okay? So you use your wrist measurement to cut this one now. Okay, so let's see. So the wrist measurement, we'll use like 10 inches. Okay, so but what I have here now is about 12 inches, which is okay. It's always good to cut extra. It's always good. It's better for you to cut it, let it be extra. So this is our band. So the next thing, I'm going to cut that thing that looks like a bow. So when it comes to cutting a bow, just cut. When it comes to bow making, it's a simple process. Just cut a fabric into a square. You understand? Just cut a fabric into a square, and then you stitch and turn it. That's like the easiest and simplest way for you to make a bow. So just cut a fabric like that, and then the next thing, you will cut out another strap that you will use to tie it, like tie it. Okay, so I'm just looking for like the best part to cut that from. If not that one, if not that I'm if not that I'm teaching online, This one that I'm doing now, I would have used my hand like this. It's just, I would have ripped it off, just rip it. I always like doing that thing, but the truth of the matter is that it's not good. You know the funny thing, I've used that thing to tear plenty customer clothes. After tearing it, I will now ask myself, okay, now the speed that I was trying to achieve, I still now did not now achieve that speed. And there was one I had to buy the cloth to. It was as in, it was beyond repair. The kind of tear, and no, there was nothing I could do. There was nothing I could do. I had to go back to the market, buy the fabric again. And the good thing is that most of my customers, I'm the one that I normally buy the fabric. I had to buy the fabric again. Okay, so we are going to use this. All right, so now let's come and stitch. Let's adjust our table. So if you have questions, please drop your questions. Or even if the questions is not from today's class, you can still ask the question, okay? Yes. Even if it is not from today's class, you can ask your question, okay? All right. So let me keep all of my piece here. Oh, see my machine or my thread is white. Let me check. Other piece. I don't have anything like black thread here. I'm going to use the thread like that too. Those of you that will crucify me, I'm not Jesus Christ. So do not crucify me. I'm just trying to teach. So before I will now start changing the thread now to black thread, that one will take time. It will eat people's data. So let's continue. We sweat it like that with the white thread, okay? All right. So guys, so what we are going to do now, we are going to pleat from this point. Let me adjust this camera. It's like it is to, I think it's better. So let's stitch from here to the other side. Let's pleat, not stitch. I think it's pleat here. So let's pleat it. So can you see, this kind of slip is not tiny pleats. Okay. I better go. So I'm pleating it right now. I hope you guys can see. Down, two, length. I want to sing. For this singing now, YouTube can just block this video. They'll say I'm singing somebody's song. Imagine. Okay, so now I have stitched it. Can you guys see how beautiful this looks? Can you guys see? Can you see? So for those of you that don't know how they used to sew this kind of sleeve, today is your lucky day. Can you see? You see? So the higher you go, the more it will stand. You get? So you see already. You see how beautiful this looks? Yes, it looks so beautiful. So let's measure what we have left. Let's measure what we have left. Can you guys see? We've got 9 inches, which is our armhole. Can you see? So this is how simple and easy this is. Yes, so it is simple. So the next thing now, we're going to pleat the down part of our sleeve. So put a notch at the center of the down part. So after that, you take your bands like this. So when you take your band like this, so the next time you see, yes, Oluwaseun, that's true. The next time you see all those kind of sleeve that you see that the sleeve is standing high, don't be afraid. Just rush to Stylish Naija YouTube channel and go and watch it. Can you see? You see how beautiful it is looking? This is not padded though. This is just one single piece, and yet it is standing like that. Okay. So now now let's pleat the down part of our sleeve. Okay, so to pleat the down part of our sleeves, so what we are going to do, so I'm going to start stitching from this point now. This industrial machine, he has his own, so you can see. So for this now, you are just going to pleat this now to fit your wrist measurement at this point. Okay, just pleat it to fit your wrist measurement. So pleat it to fit into your wrist measurement. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm pleating it on my, what do you call it, on the band. You guys remember the band that I cut out? So if you have questions, please drop your questions. You can drop your questions. Just drop your questions as we are here now. That is why this is called a live stream. So just pleat it however you normally do pleat your sleeve. Okay, yeah. So after pleating like this, I am going to cut this off. That's like trim it. Yes, so I'm going to trim it like this. Some people will say I'm going to trim it like so. I say I don't know grammar. All I know is that I'm going to trim it like this. And then trim it like this. Okay, so guys, can you guys see? You see how beautiful our sleeve is? Can you see how beautiful our sleeve is? So at this point now, this part, you would use what do you call it, a piping, like pipe it. Okay, for those of you that don't know how to pipe, I have done it before on my YouTube channel. I've done it on this our live stream to pipe it. Okay, let me check how many minutes we have, and let's leave it first. Let's do our bow. So when it comes to sewing of bow, like I said, I explained that earlier. So just cut out a fabric and then sew that fabric into 4. That's fold it into 2 like this, and then we are going to turn it. It is a simple process. So for those of you that used to sew children's dresses, yes, you will know how to sew a bow. I remember some few years ago when I used to, my daughter, when she was a little bit younger, I used to sew all these ball dresses for her. So that's when I learned all of this. But now she's big, so she knows they wear baby clothes again. So that is why at times some people, you see that I really don't do, and most times too, I usually don't collect children's clothes. But the truth of the matter is that something, for those of you that are watching, that's one part that you can actually niche into. as a dressmaker. You can just decide to specialize. Akilo, welcome. So after sewing, you can see I've stitched it on the 4 parts. I'm just going to open up. I'll pick a part that is from the center like this and then open up. You understand? So it's something you can actually niche into as a dressmaker. To go into children's clothing is like the easiest, simplest thing that you can do. I'm telling you. Then I noticed it. Children's clothes are one way. Do you understand? Once you get the secret of making a what do you call it, a dress full, how do you make the ball dress just to make it full? That's like the secret, okay? So you can see I've finished stitching it. I just want to check the hand. I want to double check my picture. Okay, that this thing that I cut is not like this one. I need to cut out another one, but that one I'm not going to sew it. So let me just show you guys. It's not the slim what do you call it? It's not the slim. Let me off this this thing. This sound is loud, very loud. So it's not the slim rope that I cut. This one is another way. Let me see. Okay, I'm just going to cut it one. I don't think since I'm not going to sew it and turn it, let's cut it one. So I'll just fold this like this, and then let me show you guys how this is going to be. Thank you. So this is how it is going to be. So for the down part so for the down part, you can determine how you want the down part to be. So you can see what I'm doing. Can you see? I'm just going to make something like a triangle like this, okay? Can you see? Can you see what I did? I hope you guys can see. So that's how to do that down part. So now I'm going to cut it off. So normally you're supposed to cut it, sew it and turn it. Okay. Oh. So to cut it, sew it and turn it. But I'm not going to sew it and turn it. So I'm just showing you guys. So like as I was saying, I was telling people about sewing children dresses. I said it's something as a dressmaker that you can decide to go into. There's money in it, plenty money, and they are easier. You understand? They are easy. So everybody must not sew adult clothes or whatever. Children dresses, you can actually do children's ready to wear. Okay, so this is you guys see? So this is how you will cut it, just like a simple triangle. And then AB Fashion, good evening, welcome. Pleasant Felix, good evening. So and then you turn it. So you sew it, you just cut it straight like this, and then you sew and turn. So this is my bow now. You can see I've stitched it. So it's a simple process. So like I was saying, for children dresses, if you it's something you can go into. Can you see? This is how simple it is. It was when I was all those times I used to sew. You see, you just bring it to the center like this, and then you place it like this. Okay, so there are some you can sew it and just pass the bow. You just pass the bow inside. There are different ways of actually doing this. Pass the bow inside. You just like chook the bow inside and then it lands. Other than that, this is how. Can you see? Can't you see, guys? You see how beautiful this is? This is a simple thing. You can use it for your hair. You can use it. Can you see? You can use it for your children's dresses. You can use it as design, whatever. So you see, very simple, easy way. Children's dresses is all these kind of things. Once you know how to do them, sharp, sharp, you are done. You have put them on the dress. Okay, so I think since it's like we have time, so we've just done 30 minutes. So I think we should let me pipe. For those of you that don't know, let's pipe our what do you call it? Our sleeve, okay? So let me show you guys. So when you are done, this is how you actually pipe it, because the one part that I cut out. So now you know, for those of you that don't know, I know some people will be wondering now, which one this woman they do? And she's using white thread. Yes, so when I came in, it was white thread that was on my machine. I did not change it. And if I say I want to start changing it, it will take time. I decided to continue. So you can see, so I took my piece like this like about 1 inch, and then I'll place it on the wrong side. So for those of you that don't know how to pipe, so this is exactly what I'm doing right now. So it's always good when you're piping, pipe it from inside out. It's easier that way. So you'll be able to control the neatness of your piping from the outside. Okay? So you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just passing it around on the pleats that I did earlier. So after doing this, the next thing, you are going to bring it to the right side, and then you fold it in like this, okay? And then you will stitch it down. So with that, we have succeeded in giving our sleeve a good pipe. It's a simple process. It is a simple process. So it depends on how big. You can use 2 inches of the pipe. You can actually do 2 inches. The 2 inches will make it bolder. Can you see? Okay. So if you people should please like this video, I will appreciate it. I've gone to look my eye. As I was looking, the thing, my hand got burnt and it came. I stitched the wrong side. So you people should please like this video, okay? I would appreciate that. Can you see? You see our sleeves, so pretty, so pretty. So the next thing now, let's join the sleeve, okay? So I'm just going to place it like this. I'm going to place it like this. Then I am good. Okay, I'm going to show you people. If you don't want to use this sleeve, you people know that this one I did now is a detachable one. So I'm going to explain it in case. Oh wow! I just remember there's one guy online. Jesus, as I said now, wow, I just remember. There's one fish pie guy online. I used to say now, wow. So I'm just going to So like I said, I'm going to explain to you guys, in case you don't want, you are not making this sleeve as a detachable. This one that I made now is exactly what we have on the picture, which is like a detachable sleeve that you can just like hang on your dress. That's after wearing your dress, you just place it on the hands. But if you don't want this as a detachable sleeve, can you see this part now? It's only this part that you pleat. So once you pleat this part, this remaining part like this, you don't need to pipe this part. You are going to sew it. So I'll show you guys on the mannequin. I think it's better. It will be better that way. So now I'm going to turn this out. I'll show you guys on the mannequin, okay? So once I turn this out, this looks so pretty, so beautiful. And then the next thing I am going to do now, I'm going to take my bowl and I am going to place it. So let me take a good look at, oh yes, that is, wow, that is how it is. So I'll take my bowl like this and then I'm going to unpack it, pipe it, however I want to place it, okay? So now let's turn over to our mannequin. You can see her here. So this like man. So like what I was trying to explain to you guys, this part like this, can you see? So this part now is where you are going to attach. Do you understand? If you're attaching it to your dress, this part is going to stay like this. So when the customer, when they wear the dress, their shoulder will like lift this part. This part, that's from here, maybe like from here to here, like 2 inches or 3 inches, is where is going to attach to their armhole, whatever. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to place it like that so you see. So when they wear it now, their shoulder will like lift it up. Okay, so let me see. So I'm trying to get my pins. So those of you that joined, thank you so much for joining our tutorial for today. So you guys can see, this was what I showed you people. Can you see? Can you see how beautiful this is? Yes, it's beautiful. And it is a simple, it's a very simple process. Simple process. So like I told you guys, if you want this part now, this part, if you want it to be higher, if you know, I used about 6 inches. I used 6 inches. So if you want it to really be higher, you can do as much as 10 inches. So the more you go, the higher you go, the higher it will become. Can you see? So thank you so much, all of you that joined today's tutorial. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Can you see our beauty? I like this sleeve. Even me, I'm going to make, you know I love puff sleeves, but I'm going to make this one. My one is not going to be off shoulder. It's going to be attached, and I'm going to put these bow details. Makes sense. Yes, this makes sense. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to show you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys by God's grace on Thursday.